Hey, gorgeous, it's Yolanda Latham here. Now, like most of you, growing up in the church, you probably heard stories that were basically about all the men that were in the Bible. When I was about 9 or 10 years old, I picked up on that and had a question. Aren't there any women in the Bible that we can learn from? My Sunday school teacher said, yeah, there are a few, but they're not as important as who we're learning about today. And it wasn't until about a year ago where I saw a post on social media that made me start questioning about really the importance that women in the Bible were playing. Stay tuned. So about a year ago, my cousin had posted on social media a meme of a lady who was like in the 50s, and it said something along the lines of that women should be like they were in the 50s. It was referring to being a housewife. And an uncle of mine had posted on there and said, yes, because that is how God had intended them to be. And I had actually simply asked him, what are you referring to? Where's your evidence behind this? To this day, he still hasn't responded to that question. But somebody else did respond to that and had given me one Bible verse out of Titus. So I decided I was going to dive in and really understand, what does the Bible give regarding to women working and building a business? And oh boy, did I find so much about it. And over the next several videos, I want to talk to you about some important women who built their businesses. Today we're going to focus on Lydia. And you can find Lydia in Acts 16 right into your Bible. Just open it up and go ahead and read Acts 16. And Paul talks about Lydia right in there. For just a little background about Lydia. Lydia was an extremely successful businesswoman, and she built her business without a husband. Her clientele was the rich and wealthy because she sold purple cloth. And during that time, only the rich, wealthy, and royalty could afford the purple cloth that she was selling. So we can assume that she was extremely successful just based off of her product, her clientele. But it also mentions that when she opened up her home and invited Paul into it, that he was lavish with goods, that she was able to provide for them. So we can assume that she was extremely successful. It also mentions that she had a few people working for her as well. So that is absolutely awesome. That not only did she build her business, but she also had it as a company. She had people working for her. So here are 4 lessons that we can learn from Lydia's. Lesson number 1 is design a powerful company. Lydia can be seen as a no-nonsense businesswoman. She worked during a time where it was very male-dominated, so she had to be no-nonsense in order to make her company extremely successful. There is nothing wrong with a God-fearing woman playing big in order to follow her dreams. And Lydia was just that. She played big in the economy and in the time period that she had. And she, again, there was evidence that she has become extremely successful in her business. As a woman in business, we need to be open to all types of opportunities that may come to us to help us grow, not only as individuals, but as a company, and even in our personal level. So when it comes to building your business, make sure you're no nonsense and make sure that you have an open mind. Lesson number 2 that we can learn from Lydia is take non-traditional approaches. I've been in business for 2 years, and about a year ago, I started questioning, are these approaches that I'm taking, the traditional approaches, really the approaches that I want to take? Is that what's really working for me? And I decided it wasn't. I decided to start researching on non-traditional ways, things that not very many people were doing in my industry to help me be successful. And when I decided to start doing that, I became happier and I was having more fun in my business. Lydia was obviously a woman, and she was selling a product that was very non-traditional. Only a very few people of the population could afford the product that she was giving. And she did it in a non-traditional way. She was a woman. She dyed it herself. She made all the transactions, and she went out and she marketed herself. Do not shy away from non-traditional things. Do not shy away on how you can push yourself, because one day, just like Lydia, your clientele could afford what you were offered. Lesson number 2 that we can learn from Lydia is having a balance between work and home life. Now, during the time that Lydia's story occurs, it was very much that the woman was head of the household, in the sense that she had to make sure that everything was done. Cooking, cleaning, the kids were taken care of, education, and so forth. But she still ran a very successful business. So knowing her culture, knowing the time period, we know that she had a great work and home life balance. Now, I did some research about how women felt about how their work and home life balance was going. And looking at a survey from Bustle, we found out that only 48% of women felt like they had a satisfactory work and home life balance. And recently, during the pandemic, a survey taken by investments.com said that only 19% of the women felt like they were satisfied with a work and home life balance. That has dropped significantly. Now, again, those are two different surveys, but it just shows that not all women, the large majority of us, are satisfied with our work and home life balance. It's really important that you have that work and home life balance, just simply for the relationships you have with your spouse, your children, and also your mental health. It is so important that you have a healthy mind going in order for you to be there for your family and to be there for your business to grow. So make sure that you have a great work and home balance in order for you to be successful. Do not be afraid to set those limits. Do not be afraid to set those boundaries and to say no. The only person you're hurting when you don't have those is you. And we don't want that. Now, lesson number 4 that we can learn from Lydia is grow your business. It is really, really important that if you want to be successful in business, and you don't want to feel stressed out, and you want to hit those goals, that you're continually growing. You're continually learning. Having what we call as a running partner, somebody who has a similar goal. And when you accomplish those goals, go find another running partner. Go take classes. Online right now, you can find so many free resources. There's one time in my life where the only thing I could afford was internet that I was taking from my neighbor in order to watch some YouTube videos to learn and to grow my business. Make sure you are growing, whether you're investing your time or your money, that you are growing your business. Eventually, as you grow your business, you're going to have to hire individuals to help you. There is nothing wrong with hiring individuals. Whatever your weaknesses are, make sure that you acknowledge them. And find people who have those strengths to help you out and to help you be successful. I recently have been watching Rachel Penderson on TikTok, and she talks about how she has hired so many people for her business over the last 5 years and how it has grown. She has hired her husband, she has hired her mom, she has a personal assistant, all because she has grown her business. I imagine Lydia being the exact same. As her business grew, she needed more people to help her dye these purple cloths. She needed more people to help her market and to run the errands. And we know that because in the Bible, it talks about how she had servants, how she had people helping her. So make sure you are continuously growing your business and you're continuously creating those goals and reaching for them. If you're dreaming big, Lydia is your role model. Go in and read and study her story and use Lydia as her role model. Thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget to comment, subscribe down at the bottom. And if you're wanting more of my resources, you can go ahead into the descriptions and find my link at www.yolandalatham.com for free resources and to get a notification when more of my videos come up. Thank you so much. I love you. I'll see you later. Bye.